My family and I have a small chicken flock in our backyard. We have 12 hens, and just the other day, we noticed something off about one of our hens, and she's very lethargic. She's barely walking around. We started to check things out. We pulled her out of the rest of the coop just in case she could infect the other chickens, and we wanted to show you guys what we're doing right now. We are not professionals. I'm going to say right now, we're not professionals. We're just backyard garden and coop people, just like the name says. This poor hen, Hey, as my children have named her, Hey has come down with something, and we're not sure exactly what it is. So we're trying to take measures to help her get better. And as you guys can see, Hey is not moving around. She's very lethargic. She won't walk around. She's not really trying to feed herself at this point. And actually, yesterday she was walking and she just fell over. So I'm going to try to give her a bath because her vent is very dirty. And I want to see if I can clean her up and figure out if there's something going wrong with her backside. Because her vent is really dirty, I'm just going to use some Johnson & Johnson's baby head to toe wash and shampoo just to try to lightly clean off her feathers. We have here a large tub that we're going to fill full of water with some of the soap in there, and I'm going to try to give her a bath. And then after the bath, I'm going to use the Epsom salt once I get her cleaned up to try to give her an Epsom salt bath. And one thing I am going to do is use some nitrile disposable gloves during this procedure because I do not really care for having the poop all over my hands and getting it everywhere. And let's get this mixture ready and see if we can wash her up. Good job, Madeline. My 4-year-old and my 2-year-old decided to come help me out. So they're wearing a pair of gloves and just trying to brush the soapy water on the chicken's rear end. And so far, thank you, Madeline. You say hi?
Hi.
So far, we've got a little more visual of what's going on down here, and it got all that poop off really nicely. I don't see any sign of mites. I'm not seeing any sign of a lot of other things, so I want to go ahead and pull her out of here once I get her all cleaned up and just go ahead and see what else could be going on and see if there's any impingements there. And then if I can't figure that out, I'm gonna decide to give her some garlic water and see what she'll actually eat and see if there's maybe a probiotic that I could give her that would be helpful. We're gonna go ahead and try to dry her off. Madeline, my 4-year-old, is gonna try to help me just wipe these feathers to where they get a little bit more dry so we can see what's going on here. So you can see here that baby soap really cleaned off the feathers. There was poop all in these, and all I had to do was gently rub on the feathers to get the poop off there. So try that out. And then also, I don't see any sign of mites. I don't see any issue there, but I do think we need to investigate something else with the vent because there's a big bulge right here. I'm not sure if there's an egg that hadn't come out. She's having issues with that or what, but we want to try to get down to the root cause here and figure out what's really going on. I dumped some of this Epsom salt in the tub. Just sprinkle it around in there a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and fill it up with water with the Epsom salt. And we're going to put about 3 inches of water in there just to get her lower half of her body. Let her soak in the Epsom salt for a little bit and then go from there. So after the 20-minute bath in the Epsom salt, trying to let that Epsom salt magnesium get really soaked into the chicken, we got her out of the bath, we dried her off, and sadly she's not doing good. I'm gonna try to see if she'll drink some water with probiotics in there, but right now she can barely even stand up. I did check her vent to see if she was egg bound, and this is my first time dealing with this, so I felt in there, didn't feel anything hard. I could see a slight bulge underneath her vent, so I tried to kind of massage the area to see if something would come out. Didn't want to come out, and now she's literally on the ground, and I'm sad to say potentially nature's taking its course. As a first-time chicken owner, my wife and I got this flock about 6 months ago, and these are gonna be some of the things that we're gonna have to deal with. And I guess here's our first trial. This is the first chicken that we've had come down with some sort of major illness like this that we weren't able to treat. And sad to say, we might lose Hey. I'm gonna keep working with her, keep her quarantined, see if I can keep feeding her, getting her to drink water and the garlic water, and just see what I can do. But right now, things are not looking very pretty. I hope I can end this video on a good note, but right now, I'm not seeing it. Well, it's been a few days and we have quarantined Hey into a little dog crate that we have. We have some straw, some water, some food. We've been trying to feed her any possible thing she would eat. She was really enjoying some tomatoes. I know they're high in acidity, so if you have a bowel issue, I don't think you want that. But anything I could think of to get her to eat and drink, she was not doing well at all. Not eating, getting more and more lethargic. And I am sad to say, this is our first hen that we've lost since having this flock. And as a first-time hen owner, you know, you get excited about them, you enjoy having them, especially when the kids make friends of them, even give them names like hers, Hey. They enjoy coming out and seeing her, picking her eggs, having fun with the chickens, and just getting to learn more and more about this. And this is another piece of it, is just teaching ourselves that this is going to happen as a person who has backyard chickens. It's sad to say, but at the same time, it's obviously a reality, and we're just going to have to learn from it. I think a couple takeaways for my family would be to pay close attention to the chickens, how they're behaving, if they're moving around, if they seem like they're not going after food very quickly, if you're tossing food in their pen, maybe even if their wattles are changing color or drooping over. Little signs like that to show that this chicken's just not doing right. And here's a learning lesson. Here's something for us to get better about. And for anyone wanting to raise backyard chickens, you're gonna go through these tragedies, and then you're gonna have to get better about keeping your flock healthy and say, you know what? Nature takes its course. So you guys, I really appreciate you watching our video. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. We're gonna continue doing things about chicken raising and gardening, and just go from there. You all take care.